Hi guys, and welcome back to this 39.5mm Planet Ocean review. It's not really a review of the watch. I want to talk about the mistake Omega make with this watch. And crikey, there's been a few videos made on this. You know, how the first or second gen was really, probably the second gen was the sweet spot for this watch, and why Omega meddled with it, God only knows. You know, it just got thicker and wider, chunkier, too chunky for its own good. But they really hit the sweet spot with this model. The mistake they made with this model, really, is they should have put the 8900 movement in it. Because at least then you feel like you're getting the creme de la creme movement in their creme de la creme dive watch. You know, they really dropped the ball here, because there's lots of good things about this size. You know, the lug to lug, it's very compact. It is much thinner than the normal Planet Ocean. You know, you get all the specs, meaning the adjustable bracelet and the 600-meter water resistant. Right, you get all of that with this watch, but you get the weaker movement, even though the movement itself is still very good. This should have been the model that they just stuck with. You know, I mean, you can criticise the design of any watch if that's what your tastes are saying to you. You know, but when you think about what they've done with the new Planet Ocean, the new 42mm, that, to me, they've cheapened it. You know, they've got rid of the date, they've got rid of the case back, so they can't show you the movement anymore. You know, like what put people off this watch in the first place was the chunkiness and the gas escapement valve at 10 o'clock. You know, like, my God, Amigo, like, what the hell were they doing? I think they was trying to please absolutely everybody with this watch, you know, because you could have a watch smaller than this, a 38. You can have a 43, you can have a 46. It's like, Gordon Bennett. Just, you know, if anything, they should have offered this watch in a 41mm, like Omega, like Rolex do. And it would still have been quite compact, because even the 43mm, the 43.5 lug to lug is a compact watch. It's just too thick, and there's no need for it to be too thick, because I think the first gens were 14.8mm thick, and this one's that you're looking at here is 14.2, I think. But, you know, even if it was close to 15, it doesn't matter, because you have about 3mm nestling into your wrist anyway. And as it is a 600-meter dive watch, you expect it to be chunky, you know. My only criticisms with any of these dive watches, as I've mentioned before, they're like chunky dress watches. You know, this is a tall watch, and it should be sort of like a do-anything watch, almost as good as, say, a G-Shock. But I would be scared to wear this watch in a harsh environment. I wouldn't want to get it bashed up. You know, but as a design, I just think they hit the nail on the head here. They should have just made it 1mm wider, 1mm thinner, and Bob's your uncle. Look at it. Anyway, guys. Anyway, I've said enough. Thank you.